influencers. Now, our background is influencers.a. Basically, we used to do a lot of paid campaigns, but we realized that while everybody's working on paid campaigns, nobody was working on the promote for a product side of things. In other words, barter. So what we set out to do is to create a marketplace where you can promote your services, your products to influencers who are willing to promote it to their followers without getting paid. They will just take a product or a service in exchange. So I'll go into more details with this. So for the agencies and the brands, we've created two mobile apps. One is for the merchants and one is for the influencers. Now, the one for the influencers is a little bit like Airbnb experiences, where basically they can see all types of campaigns by city, category, etc. While the one for merchants is a little bit like Tinder, where you, the merchant or the agency, would receive the influencer profile for a specific campaign, and that influencer will have their data, their audience demographics, and will have already agreed to do the barter. So they've seen what you want from them and what you're offering them in return. So basically, you can provide them anything. Could be an experience at a restaurant, an event attendance, a voucher code on an e-commerce store. It could be an indoor-outdoor activity. Anything you can offer that can be clear and quantifiable. And in exchange, they're going to give you Instagram review. In addition, one of a secondary channel review. So it could be Zomato, TripAdvisor, Google Business, or if you have a mobile app, it could be an App Store review. And all the content that is created will now become your property, meaning you can use it. It's your intellectual property. That is the terms and conditions of influencers when they sign up with Expin, that any content created becomes the property of the merchant. So this is also there. Now, what kind of influencers do we have? Our influencers range from 5,000 followers up to 4.8 million. We have well over 8,000 influencers that have signed up in the UAE alone. We're expanding soon to Qatar and Saudi. So depending on when you're watching this video, we could have had more. And we're also adding TikTok very soon. So you can have also diversity by nationalities and by type of influencer. The reason I say this is because you could say, I want 50,000 followers, females, Arabs, and Western expats, only parents, and fitness, for instance, and only influencers that fit this criteria will actually see that campaign. So there's a lot of hyper targeting. So you get exactly the type of influencers you're looking for. So now, how does it all work? One, you create the experience, okay? So you say, this is what I'm looking for, number of followers, gender, where the influencer lives, what I'm willing to offer them, and what I want in exchange, okay? Now, this is basic. What is really cool is the team permissions. So say you have an agency with multiple account directors and they have their teams under them and they have multiple brands. So you could literally have the account directors work on only the brands that they're assigned, and they won't see anything else. And you, as an account owner, will be able to see an overview of everything. You could even invite your customer to be able to see reports only for their campaigns. They could see influencer requests only for their campaigns. So you set full team permissions, whether it's internally or externally with your own end customers. So you tell them today, tomorrow, the client wants to change their mind. They don't want to focus on this. They want to focus on the new menu, for instance. So you literally click edit, change the deliverables, click submit, and automatically it uploads and updates on all of the influencers' phones. This is incredibly useful to be able to be fluid and stay updated and not have to deal with emails ever again. So you don't receive influencer requests and then you have to pack them in an email and send them to the clients. No, it's all done automatically and fully scheduled. Now, this is our crown jewel. This is why customers hire us. Basically, every time you receive an influencer request that fits the criteria of your campaign, they've read the deliverables, they've read what they're going to get, and they're agreeing to it. So they are coming to you, right? So they're coming to you, they're interested. You'll see where the followers are from. You'll see by city, country, age group, and gender split. You'll also see their Instagram or TikTok number of followers, but most importantly, every single campaign they've ever done through us, they'll see the exact engagement, story views, reach, impressions that they've got on that particular. So you'll be able to see a whole track record of this influencer and what other merchants have said about working with them. So when you layer on top of the true engagement, on top of where the followers are from, this is how you can create a link to make sure influencer marketing works. More often than not, you'll see people having good engagement or a good number of followers, but there's no results. It's because potentially that your customer base is not falling into the cities of that particular influencer. And this is why we highly recommend always looking at the track record, looking at the reach impression, where the followers are from, and obviously you'll be able to see their Instagram to make sure that they're on brand. So when you put all of this together, this is what's going to help you achieve success for you and for your customers. Now, once you approve an influencer, it's a seamless coordination. So you have an in-app chat. We always recommend to keep it off because our goal is to automate everything, but it is available if you want it to be on. You can switch it back on. And there's a full scheduling tool. So say you only want to take influencers Sundays through Wednesdays between this time and that time. So these are the only calendar options that are going to be presented to the influencer. And if they reschedule, it's automatically chosen from the calendar that you've pre-approved. And you could set limits saying, I only want 2 per day. So even if you approve 50 influencers, the first 2 that take Sunday, then Sunday's off, then it goes on to Monday, and so on and so forth. So it's fully streamlined and it's fully automated. Whether an influencer reschedules, you can allow them how many times they're allowed to reschedule, if that at all. You can allow how many guests they can bring, what's the spend limit. So everything is fully customizable. The influencer will post, will add their secondary review, be it TripAdvisor, Google Business, and will upload their audience demographic insights on the impressions reach that they got for your particular campaign. And then ultimately, you'll get a detailed report in real time that'll appear on your dashboard, showing you all your campaign collaborations, your requests, your influencers that you've approved. Now, mind you, this can be done on both delivery and dine-in. Now, it doesn't have to be restaurant. It could be anything else. It could be entertainment venue. It could be a dental clinic. It could be an e-commerce store. So whatever you want, we can have the tool customized for you. Obviously, training is included. There is a bit of training to undergo this. We'll teach you and your entire team on how to go about creating experiences that have the best impact. To sum it up, it's always service first service. So you never have to pay any influencer any payment. You could either do delivery or ask the influencer to visit a particular location. You will own the content, so the content becomes your property. You will improve your online reviews, be it on Google Business, TripAdvisor, and we always recommend having a turnover. So you do a month of TripAdvisor, then you do a little bit of Google Business, and so on and so forth. And then you get monthly reports, and you also get handpicked influencers. So I did say we have 8,000 influencers that have signed up, but actually we've only approved about 2,000 of them. The rest have been rejected either for fake followers or irrelevant content, or the quality of the profile is not there. So there is a certain bit of filtering that we do, but it's available. If you have any more questions on this particular, I'm more than happy to get on a call with you guys and show you the influencers so we can sort them by city, by category, by size of influencer. So sometimes people look for Emirati influencers, for Abu Dhabi influencers, Al Ain influencers. All of that is available, and I can show you directly on our platform. So we work with all types of clients. So not only restaurants, as I said, but hospitality, e-commerce, dental clinics, beauty clinics, what have you. We've had a lot of brand testimonials of success where they've seen a significant uptake in revenues, as well as we've won the most outstanding marketing solution of the year. That was, I think, a month or 2 ago. And basically, in our first year, we've had over 125,000 influencer requests, of which 35,000 influencer collaborations have been approved, completed, and finalized, meaning the influencer requested, the merchant reviewed and approved their profile, influencer went, did the campaign, uploaded their insights, and everybody was happy. Now, the 35,000 gave us an enormous amount of data. So we started optimizing our algorithm to make sure that you guys get better quality influencers based on your target audience, etc. So happy to answer any questions. This is the presentation, and thank you so much for tuning in.